everyone, so today I'm back with another video, and today's video is actually going to be about MakeupGeek shadows. Now the reason why I'm actually doing a whole video dedicated to MakeupGeek shadows is because I happen to think that they are a great alternative to pigments. MakeupGeek has beautiful pigments. I happened to purchase some the other day. I'm going to show you guys these pigments as well. I basically got 3 of them, and I ordered I think 1 eyeshadow, but I really do love MakeupGeek. And the good thing about Morena's eyeshadows is they are very comparable to MAC cosmetics. That I want to get out the way real quickly is you can actually put these into your MAC palettes if you have those. They work wonderful in Z palettes. They are just really great shadows. I really can't say anything bad about them. I'm in love with them. I love the pigments as well, which I'm going to discuss with you guys as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Some of my MakeupGeek shadows, and as you see, I have them in a MAC palette right now. This is the newer MAC palette that has the see-through top, and then you have your shadows. They have a doubled one too, that you can put different inserts in either one of these. But with this particular one, I decided to do eyeshadow, and the double one is black on both sides, but it does have a clear separator that separates your eyeshadows from your blushes, or just your blushes, whatever you want to put in the containers basically. So this is just what some of them look like. As you can see, I have some of them missing. Usually the ones missing are the ones that I'm taking on vacation, so I went ahead and I fit them into another palette, which is my little elf palette. Of course, guys, you can get this for $1 at Target. You can get it also from islipsface.com, but my Target happens to carry this, and I just go ahead and I put my shadows in there. So I noticed that some of you had been asking me about my eyeshadow, the look. Did you like the look that I was wearing? And it was actually, I was wearing MakeupGeek shadows, and I've just been in love with them so much. So I've talked about this palette, I want to say, in my April favorites as well. This is a palette that I made. You guys can make any different kinds of combinations that you want. She also sells a palette on her website as well, where she includes some of her, which she thinks is some of the most popular shadows that you guys might enjoy as well. Now these shadows will run you about $5.99 if you just want the pans like this, and I think they go, if you get them in the little containers, I think they're $6.99 or something like that. But they're really affordable, and I really do like them. So I'm just going to go with the ones that I have in here, because these are some of my most used, and then I'm going to show you the other ones that I have that I use that are just not in here for travel. Really been loving for summer, and I think it's just such a beautiful color. It's Cosmopolitan, and if you guys can actually see this, this is one of these like pinks, but it has like gold reflex. It looks kind of coppery. This is such a beautiful color. I'm going to try to insert little clips somewhere up here or something like that, so you guys can actually see this. But this color is Cosmopolitan. It's a really beautiful color. I absolutely love it. I think it is so pretty, and the color is just so rich and vibrant, and I absolutely love it. The next one that I have, this is more of a, it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, and you guys can probably pick up on that. The rest of that I have in this palette are matte shadows, simply for the fact that I like to use matte shadows. I'm a matte kind of girl, and I really do love matte shadows. This is another one of my favorite ones, and this is one you will see me use mostly as a transition color, or just as a color to really warm up the crease, and it's in Latte, which looks like this. So it's basically like a cooler toned brown, but I absolutely love Latte, because even though shows up as a brown, it does have more of a red undertint to it, as you can see there. So I really do love this one. Like I said, it kind of just warms up that crease area a little bit, and I love using it as a transition color with any shadows that I use. The next one, if I'm looking for more of a like red tint, sometimes I found out that MAC has a color that's very comparable to this one, Brown Script, but Cocoa Bear is this one right here, and I love this one because this one tends to give off even more of a red tone, as you guys can see here, and it is just, again, another beautiful color. This one I think is more, you can see the difference. This one has more red in it, and it's just a beautiful color. I love using that also as a transition color, or again, if you're just looking for a color to warm up the crease area. And then last but not least is this one here. that I have, and this is in Creme Brulee, and it just looks like this. Now this one is very much my skin tone, so this one almost barely shows up on me, but I still like to use it if I ever have a shadow that I just think that is a little bit overbearing. I could just go in with this one, and I'm swatching these kind of heavily, guys, but I can actually just go in with this one. It's right here, and I can kind of also use this one just to kind of clean up if I've messed up anywhere. So I really do like this one as well. So these are definitely shadows that I'm going to be taking with me on vacation, simply for the fact that I love the colors, I love the color payoff, and all of the MakeupGeek shadows, guys, are going to give you really excellent payoff. Now some of the other ones I love from MakeupGeek, I absolutely love, and I'm going to go ahead and pop out this palette so I can really show you guys. But this color right here, this vanilla-like color, this is actually in the color Vanilla Bean, and I love using Vanilla Bean for that brow bone highlight. It's kind of a matte, but it's not matte, and it shows up looking matte. Now there's also a Wet n Wild shadow that is very similar to this, but you can get it. It's called Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee is more of a matte shadow if you happen to pick that one up by Wet n Wild. I know they did have it a while back when they had their little single palette. You could actually pick it up, and that's what I did. And then this one here that I also love is Shimmer Shimmer. Now this one reminds me a lot of the shimmery shadows that you get in the Naked palette. I think that has one in there. But this, guys, is just so beautiful. Okay, so here is the Naked palette, and the Shimmer Shimmer reminds me a lot of the color Virgin, and I'm going to just swipe Virgin right underneath so you guys can also see. But if you look at those two, they are pretty much almost the same thing, except for you can tell that Shimmer Shimmer just has a little more of a light reflective property in it. So these would be really great dupes for each other. Very little difference, as you guys can see right here on me. Very little difference. I'm just going to move that back over here. Sometimes you just don't have enough room to do everything. Okay, so that is Shimmer Shimmer. And then some of these other ones that I have used to blend with, some of these I've just stuck my brush in once, but I still love them, guys. And all these shadows and everything that I'm showing you guys, I paid for myself. I'm not sponsored by MakeupGeek. She's not sent me anything. So this is my honest opinion, and guys, I always give you my honest opinion. This one here is Peach Smoothie, and I want to do like an orange kind of look for you guys, and I will definitely be including that one in here. But that's what that looks like. This one is really light. You can barely even see it on me, but that's just what it looks like. It's another, again, this would be a really good transitioning color, or just a color to help you clean up a little bit. And last but not least, this color I actually have on today in coordinates with my Naked 3 palette, and this is the color Cupcake. And I really do love this. Cupcake is right on at the top of this eyeshadow look, but I really do like this color, and I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it for you guys. So that's what it looks like. And I'm going to swatch right here, right at that knuckle almost. So that's what that color looks like right there. So it is a really pretty color as well. So those are just some of the ones that I'm absolutely in love with from MakeupGeek. Also another one that I would say that's very comparable to a MAC shadow is this color in Mocha. That's right here. This one reminds me of, I want to say, Espresso by MAC. These are basically the same thing. They both are that dark, rich brown right here. So those would definitely be really good dupes for one another, because they are just really basically the same thing, guys, but for $5.99. And the black that she has, if you guys have not seen this black in Corrupt is absolutely beautiful. Now it does have a little bit of a sparkle. It does have some sparkles in it, and I'm just gonna running out of places to swatch here, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it right here. This is the blackest black I think I have ever seen. Like I said, it does have a little bit of a shimmer in there, but it's nothing overpowering, guys. It is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful black. So those are just some Makeup Geek shadows that I happen to use time and time again. I have one more here, and then I'm kind of going to wrap this up and go to the pigments. But this brown sugar is absolutely beautiful. This reminds me a lot of a color in the Lorac Pro. Let's see which one it is. It reminds me a lot if like Pewter and Garnet and the Lorac Pro had a baby. This would be it. And this is called Brown Sugar. This again is such a beautiful color. And the pigmentation in these guys is really, as I was saying, my camera cut off, but the pigmentation in these is great. Like I said, if the color Pewter and Garnet from the Lorac Pro had a baby, this would definitely be it. And this color for you guys is in the color Brown Sugar, and I absolutely love it. So those are the shadows that I have been loving from Makeup Geek. Again, I really do love her shadows. I think she took a lot of time and put in them, and they are just wonderful quality. Very comparable to your MAC shadows, but again at such a better price, $5.99. So I really love those. Now I just want to show you just a couple of the pigments that I did happen to pick up. Now this one I absolutely love, and they come in little containers like this, and it has Makeup Geek on it, and then they have the name on the back. And I'm glad I am opening this one up. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat it down like this, because I do know that, like I said, it is one of the pigments. But this is what this particular pigment looks like. I don't want to waste any of this, guys. But this is what the particular pigment looks like. And this is in the color Insomnia. And oh my gosh, if you guys can see inside that cap. This is one that's like a dual chrome. So this one is going to give you many, many different looks, depending on how the light hits it. I'm just going to try to get a nice swatch of it for you guys to show you. So this is what it looks like here. Now as you look at it, you can probably see the silver, and then if I turn it a little way, you can see a little red tint, a little purple tint in there, browns. This is one of the dual chrome ones, and I absolutely love it. Now if you happen to remember, Wet n Wild did come out with a palette a while back. I want to say it was the Comfort Zone. This is when you know you have too much makeup, guys, is when you can sit and you can pull from different shelves to find out what you're looking for. Let's see here if I can find it. Yes, so in Comfort Zone, this palette right here by Wet n Wild, you can actually go, and this is the definer shade here, and I'm going to try to swatch these, because that swatch is not in the best place. The only thing's different is this one is pressed, and the pigment, of course, is not. Do you guys see? They are the same exact thing. I don't know what to do. But these are the exact same, guys. There's no difference in those. It's just how the light is hitting them. So, absolutely beautiful there. And then the next pigment that I have by Makeup Geek is in the color Blitz. And again, that's what it looks like. Tap it down a little bit. And actually waste a little bit of this one. And this one is a beautiful kind of brown color. I love the bricky brown colors for some reason. And I'm going to try to pick a little bit of this up and swatch it somewhere for you guys. Ooh, this is also very, very beautiful. I like this one. This one reminds me a lot of Garnet from the Lorac Pro. My daughter is in here. But this one reminds me a lot of Garnet from the Lorac Pro. This one has a lot of shimmer in it, so this one will definitely look beautiful if you're going out, or if you're looking for a nice evening look. That would definitely be the way to go. And then last but not least I have here is Vegas Lights. Now Vegas Lights is actually going to look a lot like Blitz, but it's just another beautiful color. And like I said, guys, I love, 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 love browns. So I definitely had to pick this one up as well. Oh wow, this one is beautiful. And so that's what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch that one for you as well. And with most of the pigments, guys, I just go ahead and pull them right from the lid as opposed to actually putting a brush into the shadow. This is beautiful. So this is what Vegas Lights looks like. It is so gorgeous. So look, I've already just thought of what I could pair it with. I could do Vegas Lights, Cocoa Bear. Oh, what is that? That's my latte. So latte, Cocoa Bear, and then put a little black to just kind of smoke it out for a nice evening look. Tutorial. So anyway, guys, there you go. I hope the video was helpful. Again, if you don't have the money for MAC, I know MAC is expensive. There are a lot of things from MAC that I want, but I am just not willing to pay that price for. And MakeupGeek makes some really great shadows and pigments, and I definitely think that the color payoff is wonderful, and it's definitely worth giving a shot. I mean, $5.99, guys, you can't go wrong with that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you another alternative to MAC Cosmetics. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I have all that information linked down below. Bye.